And welcome back to the show. This is Grow Omaha, brought to you by D&M Roofing and NAI NP Dodge. And it's time for what you've all been waiting for, the Lightning Round, brought to you by Turner Construction. Turner Construction is reshaping Omaha, making it a better place, not only by building amazing buildings, but by helping prepare amazing professionals to go into the construction trades. If you are ever thinking about working in construction, or your kid or grandkid is, they could do a lot worse than affiliating with Turner Construction. Also, if you're thinking about doing a project for your company, Turner Construction. Been around forever. They do huge projects, medium projects, and small projects. Their Omaha office is in North Downtown in that really cool Mastercraft building, and they'll take good care of you. And we're proud to have Turner Construction as a sponsor of Omaha's Lightning Round. Okay, we have a new dual-branded hotel opening on May 10th at 72nd and Haskell. One half will be Home 2 Suites by Hilton. The other half will be True by Hilton. The developer of that project will be with us next week. Javi's Tacos is now open in Lakeside. Original location was at 180th and Q.
Still there.
I love Javi's Tacos.
Yes, they have two locations. That guacamole is really good, too.
Yeah, that place is good. Hey, there's a cool event, Thrift Shopping. Thrift Shopping is a very unique thrift store that deals in all sorts of second-hand items, including some very impressive ones. They're having their Spring Fling today from 9 a.m. to 1. So it's going on right now. Hurry up after the show is over. Get there. Free food, live music, early bird giveaway, and they are located at 85th and L Street. So Spring
I think
Fling.
the food isn't repurposed, though. I think the food is probably fresh.
You're probably right. Hey, Corner Kick is going to open a third location at 132nd and Dodge in the old Agave Azteca spot. Aldi has done their site prep work at 192nd and West Center Road. They'll be going vertical pretty soon on an Aldi store. This is northwest corner. Laszlo's is nearby, if that helps people picture it.
They've got a lot of locations, though.
9. This will be their ninth location in town. And Trenton, we've got some development at 204th and Roberts Road. This is kind of it's a little bit north of Dodge. You know, there's a bunch of fast food restaurants and a Menards. You go a little bit north of there, and you have a new McDonald's that's under construction. And then across the street, there's a CHI Health project that is underway as well in that area.
There's a Roberts Road in Papillion or La Vista, too.
Is there? I'm not sure.
Very confusing.
But at any rate, so you could go have your blood pressure checked at CHI and then go grab a Big Mac afterwards.
And then go and get your blood pressure checked again.
He said it, not me. Okay, there's a 150,000 square foot warehouse going up at 69th and F Street. That's an industrial area. Just kind of snuggled in there behind the Union Pacific Railroad mainline tracks. $13.5 million project on a 12-acre site. Have nice 32-foot ceilings, which we like.
Yeah, it'll be modern.
In industrial buildings. The house has been removed at 40th and Farnham Street that heretofore was standing in the way of the future Bearchen restaurant and beer garden. And Bearchen has, it's either Bearchen or Bearchen or something like that. I don't pronounce all my European words as well as I should, but they have a location in Benson, which I understand is very popular. This is going to be the Blackstone location, 3,000-foot restaurant. We'll also have a meeting room, and then the feature for them will be a rooftop deck. That's pretty big and should be pretty activated.
Speaking of Midtown house removal, did you see on the way here that it's been a week or two, but they removed the house, I think it's about Hackberry, so it'd be on Underwood, on that where that kind of splits off.
In Fair Acres.
In Fair Acres. I can only imagine what that costs to tear down a house and rebuild in that neighborhood.
I can only imagine what the new one they're going to put there might look like.
Exactly.
It'll be fun to see how nice that is. Hey, we've been talking the last couple of weeks about the Grow Omaha Weekly Market Report. It is our e-newsletter that we send out every Thursday, and we've been telling you that if you signed up for it and haven't been getting it, make sure you add news at Grow Omaha to your approved senders list. Also, the announcement we have for you today is that we take those old or past newsletters and later that day, after they come out every Thursday morning, so Thursday night, Friday morning, we put them on the website. So if you go to growomaha.com and click on Market Report, you can see all 3 of them that we've done so far. They're going to come out every week, every Thursday. And if you're not on the list, for God's sake, sign up. When you're there at growomaha.com/market report, there's a place you can put in your name and your email address, and you can have that sent to you as well. The newsletter is off the charts. I mean, we've got people like if it's 5 minutes later coming out than it was last week, Trenton's got people blowing up his phone saying, "Where is it? Send me the newsletter."
Yeah, and Jeff is the force behind that newsletter, and the last 3 weeks he's got it out on time, and we're always looking for good information. So if you send anything, if you want to subscribe and you just want the easy way out and go to news@growomaha.com, we'll get it, and we'll add you to that mailing. But for a lot of you that you think you should have it and you haven't gotten it, please go to your spam folder and add us to your address book, news@growomaha.com, and so you may already have it.
Yeah, that's happened quite a few times. It comes from a CRM system, and so whenever you send out emails in bulk, a lot of email systems are sensitive to those, and so they automatically flag it. So at any rate, if you want it, go to growomaha.com and hit the Market Report. And then also, like we said, the YouTube channel is up and running, and we're putting videos on there every week, including the new construction video. Some of the construction projects that Brad talked about in that video are pretty exciting, Trenton. And one of them that he mentioned that I had kind of forgotten about lately is this apartment project on the southeast corner of the Med Center. It's going to be like a 6-story, huge apartment building.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, we need it. And keep in mind, we've talked a lot about it on this show, but when this next project, this $2.6 billion project just east of Saddle Creek, in addition to the administration building that Nebraska Medicine is doing on the west side of Saddle Creek, we need those apartment units.
Absolutely. And then I've mentioned this the last couple of weeks, but I'm going to mention it again because whenever I come to the radio show, I drive by the Crossroads, and that's where the Swivel apartment project is going up on the east side. Looks like they're now on the 4th floor. It's eventually going to be a 5-story building. And I think that's a sign of what's to come in that area. You're going to see more and more of the 4- and 5-story buildings in that whole 72nd and Dodge corridor, and a lot less of the 1-story buildings as the area densifies and becomes more, populated, active, and lively.
And that's what the master plan for Omaha is. If you look at it, you'll see 72nd and Dodge shows taller buildings, and you'll see that at the Crossroads project. Yeah,
and just a little bit to the west, we talked about a month or two ago about the Clove apartment project. This is on the site of the former Village Inn that was at about, maybe 78th and Dodge. Just saw a building permit go out recently. So it looks like some of the early building permits for that project are now starting to come out. And we could have mentioned this in the Noddle Company's commercial real estate development spotlight earlier, but saw a building permit go out recently for Blackstone townhomes, which would be a 38th to do.
Condos.
Okay, so the music is playing, which means that Jeff and Trenton have to stop talking, but only for this week. We'll be back. I'm Jeff Beals.
And I'm Trenton Magid.
You've been listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by NAI NP Dodge and D&M Roofing. We'll chat with you next week at 9 o'clock right here on News Radio 1110 KFAB. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.